last night on The Bachelor.
She actually shared it, so that was nice. That's the only thing she's done nice in 2 weeks. Shared shrimp with me. There's maybe honestly 15 shrimp in there. I took 8 shrimp because I was hungry.
This is the dream.
It is?
Yeah.
Welcome back to another recap for The Bachelor, and I hope you enjoyed our week off because episode 3 wastes no time in getting back into the drama. Now, if you don't remember, last week we left off on a cliffhanger, with Cassidy allegedly having a guy she's been hooking up with back home still in the picture. And by that I mean FaceTiming him right before the limo entrances. And now Clayton is wondering if he should take back her rose. Cassidy, however, is not even remotely worried about it.
Who has the rose, bitches?
Wow.
Clayton likes me. You can waste your time if you want talking to him about me, but I don't think it's gonna have a difference.
Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that, as now Clayton has decided what he wants to do about this, and he goes to sit Cassidy down.
You go first. I already know what you're gonna say, though.
Were you seeing someone up until the point that you came here?
No, that is not where I thought we were going with this.
Okay, I want to know what she thought Clayton was going to say, but Cassidy is adamant in telling Clayton that she has had no romantic relationship with a guy since 2019. And when Clayton brings up the whole FaceTiming that guy right before the show thing, here's what Cassidy has to say.
Okay, so there's a friend of mine who does not want a relationship, who was like, look, if it doesn't work out, I still want to be friends and whatever.
Alright, she has a friend back home who's still interested in being friends when she returns?
Beep, beep. Oh my God, what's going on? Beep, 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 beep. My bullcrap meter's going crazy.
Well, this is some tomfoolery that even Clayton can see through, as after all of this, he gets up and just yeets himself out of there. But after Cassidy cries for a bit and Clayton does some more thinking, Clayton returns to finish the conversation, and this time, Cassidy's story has changed.
There's a guy I slept with a few times over the course of the past few months who knows I'm here. But from the minute I met you, all I have done is gush about how I'm already falling into something with you.
No, she did not just go to pull out the falling in love with you card, realize how ludicrous that is, and then instead say falling into something with you. But hey, things are getting desperate. I mean, check this out.
We have had a genuine connection, and
That was like she thought if she just interrupted him right there, he'd forget what he was going to say after. And, well, this conversation has taken all night. Like this whole time, the rest of the ladies are just sitting around wondering what's going to happen.
She's mean, guys. She had asked me last night what my exit interview was going to be like.
Back with Cassidy, it's becoming clear she's the one who needs to be preparing for an exit interview, as Clayton says this has eroded the trust they were building, so Cassidy starts throwing Hail Marys.
I don't see anyone else in the house who, glows as soon as they walk away from you. There's no one as excited about you here as I am.
Nothing like putting down the person you're seeing by saying no one else is interested in you, so you better stay with me.
I haven't even packed my stuff. I didn't think I was going home tonight.
Well, you better get to it then, cause Clayton's made up his mind. He's taken back the rose and given her the boot.
I can't take it. I can't. Holy shirts and pants, y'all.
So Cassidy hits the back of the limo, and I guess production's gonna take care of her suitcase for her. All the while, the rest of the women breathe a sigh of relief.
I think that there will be a lot more peace in the house now.
Well, the poison is gone. Hopefully.
Okay, editors, I see what you did there, cutting to Shanae. But alright, there's still a rose ceremony to get to, and a lot of the women are nervous as that Cassidy drama took up most of the night. Ultimately, though, this one comes down to whether or not villain number 2, Shanae, will be sent home as well.
Shanae, will you accept this rose?
And with that, Tessa, Holy Shirts and Pants Lady Kate, who by the way works for the Oppenheim group from Selling Sunset, so I guess we won't be getting a crossover episode anymore, and NC are all headed home, meaning we can now start a brand new week, and this one begins with a trigger warning from production. Why? Well, the next group date is going to be one that we've seen before, the Trauma Circle, where contestants will have to open up and be vulnerable all while sitting in this dark void. This time it's hosted by Caitlin Bristow, and the sharing circle date, which now seems to be a Bachelor staple, is a very daunting thing. Because you aren't just sharing with Clayton and a few of the other women, you're doing this in front of a camera crew, knowing this will be seen on TV. So the group discussion begins. Hunter talks about an ex-boyfriend who was controlling of her appearance.
Like, went to go get colored contacts because I didn't have blue eyes, and dyed my hair with the color that he thought was most beautiful.
Of course, this piece of work also cheated on her. Serene also opens up about body image issues she's had in the past, Mira discusses being bullied both at school and at home, and Marlena shares this.
Just being a woman of color, having to be 10 times better just to be seen and just to be heard has been a lot for me.
Now, Marlena says she had no intention of bringing up race, but Clayton encourages her not to hold anything back.
I don't want you to feel like you have to hold something back, especially talking about race. In fact, I really want to welcome that, because honestly, a conversation like that, it helps me see things from a different perspective. So
to finish off, Clayton himself talks about having body image issues as a child, then learning to love himself. But boy, if you thought that was daunting, wait till you see the night portion of the date, as the women all gather and have to smile at Clayton while he wears another hoodie blazer combo. Extra credit goes to Serene, Susie, and Eliza for powering through and having highlighted romantic time this night. But while all of that goes on, a date card has arrived back at the mansion. This time it's for the one-on-one of the episode, which goes to Sarah, leaving a lot of the other women both upset, but still happy for her. And that makes no sense to Shanae.
It is frustrating when people are like so excited for her, like, ah, I'm happy, I'm so happy. I see like the fakeness. Like, do you want to be in this competition?
You know, seeing this just makes me so glad that Shanae was not on the sharing circle date. Like, could you imagine? People would be sharing incredibly vulnerable parts of themselves and she'd probably be over on the side going,
so is it your ADHD? Or is it me that you have a problem with?
Luckily, she's not on the date, which ends unproblematically with Eliza getting the group date rose. Meaning we're now moving on to the one-on-one with Sarah. And this date is being hosted by yet another bachelorette, Becca, who's sending these two on a scavenger hunt around LA in their underwear. They smash piñatas, they dance around for a bit, and this happens.
Sarah, when you stepped out the limo, it was so beautiful and I cannot believe.
Hey, if I had to watch all of this last night, I'm gonna make you watch it too. At least Sarah fares a little bit better.
You already know I'm not about the drama. I just want to take you home to meet my mama.
They then go and sit down where Clayton says it's so much easier to be naked when you've got someone to be naked with.
I think you being here made it so much easier for me to actually do it.
Oh, I'm about to tear up. Back at the Bachelor Mansion, Elizabeth has decided that she's going to be making shrimp for everyone, which has Shanae barging in like,
where's it at? Where's the shrimp?
And well, Shanae takes all of them. I mean, she takes so many shrimp that they actually added a shrimp counter in the corner, leaving every other person who came looking for shrimp after her like,
where's all the shrimp? There's only 3 shrimp.
In that giant container?
Yeah, 3 shrimp.
There's usually more than that.
There's usually 10.
But hey, we're gonna give Shanae a little credit here because then she actually goes to make more shrimp. You know, it's the least you can do. Too bad though that afterwards she acts like a brat, expecting everyone to bow down in thanks.
No one even looked or talked to me. I go out there, I was like, anyone want some shrimp? No one even looked back and acknowledged me.
So Shanae is back on the I Hate Elizabeth train, and I half expected this scene to happen.
You know, George, the ocean called. They're running out of shrimp.
Oh, yeah, Riley? Well, the jerk store called. They're running out of you.
Oh, and that's right, there's still a one-on-one going on, where Sarah and Clayton walk through this Van Gogh exhibit, and Sarah opens up about being adopted, and harboring shame, feeling as if her birth parents didn't want her. And all of that defines the kind of loving relationship she wants in her future. So Clayton tells her how much he appreciates her opening up, how strong their connection has become, and that he wants to give her his all. Also, this rose. And so, the two close out the night with a private concert from a string quartet. On to a new day and the final group date for the week, where the ladies will be meeting Clayton on the beach for a Sandy and Randy good time.
We're gonna get wet, we're gonna get dirty, we're gonna get sandy and be Randy.
But before that can all start, in comes former Baywatch star Nicole Eggert to tell these ladies it's time to get your red suits on. We're gonna be doing some lifeguard training. Lesson number 1.
You're gonna learn how to protect yourself with sunscreen.
Alright, Clayton really needs this lesson cause look at those burns. Next, they undergo CPR training.
Are they breathing?
No, Rose. They are not breathing. And they have no arms or legs.
And finally, the most important part of being a lifeguard, sexy slow-mo running and making out on the beach. But much to Shanae's chagrin, Gabby wins the whatever competition this was and gets extra time with Clayton. At the night portion of the date, everyone is just super stoked that Clayton is not wearing another hoodie combo.
Hi. I love the leather. Wow.
Thank you.
Really dig the leather. All for leather.
Feel like a change, man?
Well, I'm digging the leather.
Positive reinforcement, great tactic, ladies. And to start off the evening, Clayton rubs up on Rachel, Gabby rubs up on Clayton with some aloe vera for his burns, and Shanae rubs everyone else the wrong way.
I hate them.
So Shanae goes to have her sit-down time with Clayton and, of course, spends most of it talking about Elizabeth, saying she's been bullying her.
And I don't want someone to be, a liar and a bully and toxic to ruin my chances with, like, what we have. So, like, I want to be open and honest, so.
Of course, Clayton takes this all at face value and goes in for the kiss. As for Shanae, she thinks her performance was pretty stellar.
I was good. Like, I was good. Holy that was good. And I didn't mean to cry, but I cried.
Well, right after this, Clayton brings Elizabeth over to tell her what Shanae said and address her bullying, which is really hard for Elizabeth to hear because 1, she feels as though Clayton could literally ask any other woman in the house who the real problem is and he'd figure out the truth instantly, and 2, she's wondering why she's being questioned all the time, but Shanae is not.
I don't feel like I can really, like, talk to you because I'm just being questioned.
Oh, and this isn't just about Elizabeth. Check out Lindsay's reaction after she comes back from her sit-down with Clayton.
Why you look like you're about to cry? Does anyone think that I bullied Shanae here? Because that's what our conversation was about.
I am truly baffled. How can one person get so much benefit of the doubt while doing nothing to earn it? But this pisses off the group. So when Shanae returns, an argument ensues as people question why Shanae feels so bullied.
When you're around, people are bullying me. When you're around...
What does that look like, though? Can you define that? Can you tangibly
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Gotta love it when someone is asked for receipts and they immediately go, I don't want to talk about it anymore. And at the end of the date, you will be absolutely shocked who Clayton gives the group date rose to.
Gabby, you accept this rose?
Yeah.
Truly, truly shocked. And by that I mean I'm shocked that Clayton didn't give it to Shanae because I have no trust in this man. And while the episode ends on yet another to be continued, with Clayton saying he's going to address this drama next rose ceremony, Shanae sends us off with this sentiment.
Elizabeth.
Right back at you, bitch.
So that's it for this recap of week 3 of The Bachelor. Thanks for watching and be sure to give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Keep your eyes peeled for the preview breakdown tomorrow, where we'll talk about eliminations for next rose ceremony and how much more Shanae we have ahead of us. So, until next time, Bachelor Fantake, out.
Where's all the shrimp? There's only 3 shrimp.
In that giant container, there's...
Yeah, 3 shrimp.
There's usually more than that.
There's usually like 10.
I was hungry.